the last season of the server ended up in ruins, with people getting items they shouldn't have been able to obtain, which is why the server grouped together to create peace. And what you're seeing right now is the stage that we used to host the election. However, just like many other servers, there was only one mace allowed on the server. And no matter what, I would make sure that it would be in me or my teammates' hands, no matter the cost.
Actually, wait.
Nothing good.
I didn't think we did this one. And we're doing another one, so. Come on, game.
Trial after trial and vault after vault, I felt my hope for a heavy core dwindling away slowly. However, this thought would soon change.
Come on, game. Come on, game. Please. I'm praying to you, Jesus.
And just like that, our position as the most powerful players was set in stone. And I'd be able to dominate the server once again, but it wouldn't be long before I got the mace in my hands. Not long after setting up a base, I found a glitch that would let me get to 20 hearts as soon as possible. And if you're wondering how, all you had to do was hold an item while having a trade selected, and it would let you pick up the XP without actually trading anything. Not long after, I was fully geared up and eager to fight someone. Luckily for me, I heard word that someone was killing undergeared players at spawn, so I ran over to go and attack him. Unluckily for me, it was the culprit's teammate, and he had absolutely zero interest in fighting me, but wanted my teammate. This meant that I could only sit back and watch as the fight went down. Now there's two slight issues with this. The first problem is that the win wouldn't be secured since I wouldn't be the one fighting. And although I trusted in my teammate, this leaves a small chance for error, which could turn for the worst. And the second problem is that I got none of this on recording, so you're gonna have to see some replay shots I got of it. And with that, let the fight commence. After a hard-fought battle, our enemy's helmet ended up breaking, and he narrowly escaped from our grasp. Although we didn't get the kill, the fact that my teammate did this much damage to my enemy on his own was enough to give him my full trust. But we couldn't sit and celebrate our victories just yet, because a new threat showed himself. However, this time I'd be allowed to fight back. There would be a slight problem with this though. Taking this fight would be a big risk though, since I had a lot less potions. Although I'm at the top of S tier and the person I'm fighting is slightly better than my teammate, my disadvantages could alter the outcome of a fight I once saw as a guaranteed win, but I put that to the side for now and took the risk. The fate of this battle was decided when I couldn't deal enough damage to drain or drop my opponent. This tarnished my reputation and birthed the idea that I wasn't as powerful as everyone thought. This meant that I would have to redeem myself. Once I got away from combat, I headed back to my base and re-geared, but another issue arose. On a random day, I went to bed that night without a worry in my mind, and while I was asleep, disaster struck. But I didn't know about it until the next day when the sun came up, when I was met with a surprise and a request from my teammate who wanted to take a 3v1 against 3 of the enemy team's best players. Now, I made it clear that I was against the idea of him taking the fight, since it was too big of an unnecessary risk. But he insisted that he should do so, and with him having my trust, he entered the battle. Without me being there, this could have ended in a complete disaster, but according to his will, he decided that he would prone to fight. The longer this fight went on, the more it became clear to me. This fight would not be winnable. That was way too close. Not only did his helmet break in a 3v1, but he nearly cost our team the only mace on the server. But thankfully, he had spare escape tunnels set up around spawn in case of scenarios like this, and although it was a dirty move, he e-chested the mace when he knew the situation was dire. Now although the situation was close enough, my teammate decided to run back to spawn and run a 1v1 with a guy named Nick, who just so happened to be one of the people he fought against in the 3v1. However, my teammate wasn't allowed to use the mace during this 1v1, but he decided to take the risk anyways. and shortly after re-gearing, the action began. Loss after loss. It felt like every time I wasn't available, my teammate would lose, and in some situations he would even get himself killed. Luckily, that fight marked the end of his downfall. And when I logged on, I heard there would be a 2v2 happening at spawn. However, I had a feeling they would play dirty since it was the same people killing undergeared players. So I hid behind nearby shelter in case they tried anything. And I was right. They played the fight exactly how I thought they would. Project Tate, Clever Scarf, and Diesel is Gas. I jumped into the fight to even out the numbers, and nearly even got a kill of my own. But what was the point? This fight ended up being more of a beatdown than anything competitive. And for that reason, Clever Scarf left. Project Tate used his teammate as a distraction and ran from the fight. And due to a lack of pearls on our end, Diesel is Gas managed to escape. But there was another problem. The self-proclaimed new best team on the server was hanging around spawn, waiting to jump somebody. I saw their messages in chat, so I once again hid nearby. But the truth is, no matter how much I wanted to spin back and fight them, I was scared. Scared of losing my gear, scared of suffering the same fate my teammate did. But most importantly, scared of being seen as weak. As much as I would love to add on to the story, nothing important happened except for the release of a special item, the netherite chestplate. This is also very off topic, but me and a guy named Homeless Honeybun attacked and chased down Project Tate until he decided to give us both one multiplier. But back to the netherite chestplate. Out of the 4 players on their team, they decided to give the worst one the netherite chestplate. I don't know what possessed them to do it, but it would be a problem for them to deal with in the future. Originally, the plan was to have one set of netherite that the server would fight over, but due to a lack of events, that was the only netherite piece on the server, which increases its value significantly. I forgot to mention earlier, but the end would be opening soon, meaning that we would have an end fight and everyone would be there, including the guy with the netherite chestplate. Meaning, if I swoop in and kill him, not only would my enemies lose the netherite chestplate, but I would be the one wearing it. To let the severity of the event sink in, the owner teleported everybody to the end portal. This was the biggest moment in the server other than the opening. So in preparation, I got a spare stack of golden apples.
Okay, we're all here.
Alright, now
One more person. I'm missing one more person.
Hey, did you get it?
Yeah, just do it. Just do it. Alright, whoever wants to go in, go in. No fighting and doing that.
Yay! Can I just like stay
Oh, wait,
here?
if we're not gonna fight right now, I'm gonna try to do something. My mom got me a new PC charger. I'm gonna see if it works real quick.
Okay.
This was it. Friends and enemies gathered around for the biggest fight yet. With the end portal being open, this was the best opportunity to get kills. So me and my teammate potted up and without hesitation, jumped in.
Oh shoot, we got the one with our legacy. Oh shoot, something's low.
Yo, Grey Goose Tom was the fuck out of. Go for the super dude. Go for Nick. Go for Nick.
Yo, you help me go.
Just oh, you can axe damage. But you just started like actually like bedrock axe damage.
Yo, he needs help, bro. I'm here before.
Okay, let me go.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go, please.
Get up.
Oh shoot! Yo, come on, go for it, yo! Yo, can you try a dragon? You can't. I like that. Oh shit, something slow, get it.
Okay, fuck these buttons.
No, not, but she believes, like, alright.
It's not even alright.
Goose has no water.
Someone
I
kill a
agree.
dragon.
Oh my
I
armor.
drained Goose with water. I drink Goose's water. He doesn't have water.
I have the mace too.
Mason! Oh my gosh, he has a military.
Everything.
Oh my god, I
Yo,
got
what
one.
the? Yo, why is the dragon griefing, bro? What the freak? Someone place water. I'll place another one beside it. Who is this? Oh shoot, Nick. Yo, he ate a gut up. He ate a gut up.
Lazy!
Shoot, yo,
You need to make one strike. Where are you,
He's so
Lazy?
damaged.
Lazy, turn around.
Puppy.
Lazy, turn around. Give me
Puppy's
the.
under
Give me
10,
the.
puppy's under 10.
Oh
my God, I can't even
Well, I'm just trying to kill you.
Puppy's on the drop. Puppy's on the drop. Puppy's on the drop. Damn. No, no.
Why is
I just lost you.
Wait,
it? I see
Wait.
Actually, new
Why am
James
I
the organ. What the freak?
Okay.
I'm not. I mean, Puppy's mending.
Nick's also.
Yo, we killing Shed? We killing Shed?
So,
Yo, you have pots, you have pots, you have pots.
okay, fuck, I messed up. Okay, one climb up the
He
tower.
has bed, he has bed. He's
I know.
the bed. He's a bed, he's a bed.
Oh my god.
Wait, do you do that?
Oh my god.
Yo, Miller, watch out. Yo, keep him there.
Oh my god,
Oh shoot, I did shit. Yo. Rich jumper. Okay, hold on. Let me ask them.
Bro.
Yo, I can't see! Yo, Tate! Yo, oh shit! Yo, I'm getting low.
Look at the look. Yo, what? My water just disappeared.
Let me take my ones of leg. Okay, next
Yo,
go.
who's up there?
So why the hell did...
Hold on, someone. Hold on. Yo, who the freak is underground? Yo, someone's underground. I think it's Marichi and I'm lazy. I'm not lazy. I'm simply. Me, I'm fighting Nick right now.
Why did you put the thing that blows people back on it?
That blows.
Oh my god, I'm getting it.
Yes.
Yo, Nick. Let me hop on this.
Come on, puppy.
How the freak is this still have armor?
I think someone's building it.
Yo, why is the dragon underground? Why? Yo!
Wait, Nick is healing his armor. Don't hit him out of the way. Like just. All I need to do is break his shield.
Yo, find it. Press the web, boy. Make beds. Make beds. Give me a bed bomb.
Kill Greg Goose.
What? What is hitting me?
Yeah, already ripped.
I have barely any pots, so I don't know which one to do.
You only have like 2 pots. That's it.
I have
Yo.
4 pots.
Who has wood? I need wood.
What the fuck is attacking you?
It's the dragon.
Yo, who has wood? That was on my feet. If I did not have 3 extra hearts, I would have been dead.
Seeing that one of my allies had the mace in his hands, I got the brilliant idea. The idea was that I would ask him for the mace and hopefully he would give it to me. And we will see how this goes.
Where did my shoe go?
I really couldn't hit a single thing.
Finally, after so long, the power was in my hands. Me having the mace had an added bonus. To their misfortune, they didn't know who the mace belonged to, meaning that I could catch any of them off guard. There was no light at the end of the tunnel left for them. They crossed the point of no return by entering the end with us.
Give me a bed.
Yeah, I would. Hey, that's Peter.
Who the freak is on the top?
Give me a bed.
Wait, give me that as well. Wait, Kendra, give me one.
That's one.
Wait. Lazy. Do you have any wood?
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a bed. Who wants a bed? Oh shoot! Yo, let's go.
Oh my god. I hit the perfect bet. That was me. That was on me. Over here.
Okay, I need another bed.
We need just 2 more left. I got him.
Yeah, next then. Yeah, it's over here. Over there.
Oh shoot! That's gonna hurt. Yeah, I got a bed.
Dragon knocked him.
Who's that? Probably. Yo,
I see.
he's in the pillar.
Oh, I see you. Yeah, make it quicker.
It's poetic, isn't it? 2 players with one-of-a-kind weapons collide, and where one story ends, the other reaches its peak.
Use the bed.
Watch out. No, he's lost! He wants the bed.
I need a bed.
And just as I predicted, the peak of my story has finally came, but his, on the other hand, has come to a close.
Yeah, where's Structure?
He bombed it.
I finally felt accomplished, knowing that the only thing I had left to kill was the Ender Dragon. And once we got that out of the way, there was something else. One last thing. I had a feeling that something was missing, but I just couldn't quite put my finger on it yet.
Run through for tours.
Was it the dragon egg? No, it couldn't be. The dragon egg wasn't enough to fill the void in my mind. I knew what I wanted was still missing. That was until...
It's not even me. He got the kill.
I'm on.
This was it. This was the final piece of my puzzle. I put on my chestplate and admired the new look. I decided to store it in my ender chest since it had no enchantments right now, and it would be more of a downside to wear. The war was finally over. I entered the gateway with my teammate I'm Super Lazy, and together, we ran around and scoured the end to grind out a stack of shulker shells and get elytras for both of us. And the best part was, we could do it with a peace of mind. This was our reward after hard-fought battles. And after locating our first end ship, I used my trident to get up there faster. Anyways, I took the elytra and got a bunch of shulker shells for both of us to use. We were done. Our time in the end was over. After all that was said and done, the world border expanded by about 2,000 blocks, so you know I had to. Go to ancient cities and gather as many enchanted golden apples as possible for my final goal, which I'll reveal in a bit. And I wanted this done as soon as possible, So that's what I did.
I was like,
Goes like, you know what? Dude, just don't move your tech like that.
it wasn't on PP, like, you focused on
You're in?
quad,
Are you putting up
and I
on your end?
clicked right.
You're putting up on your end?
I did not.
Nice. It's really hard to combo this guy when it's...
Yeah, that mace kind of hurt.
I walked out of the ancient city now owning 24 enchanted golden apples. And since I haven't told you yet, I might as well let you guys in on the idea. You see, I've been planning this out for a while. And my master plan was to have 24 enchanted golden apples and as much gear as possible. I would then use all the gear I've gathered and ravage as many people as possible before I eventually died. Or killed everybody else. That's how I conceived a perfect ending. You guys hear that? My teammate managed to die, again. But this time, it was to the hands of Project Tate. However, I figured that I would stay out of this conflict and let my teammate resolve it, since he wanted to. And with that out of the way, let's get straight back into the grinding.
Send me the photo of him doing it.
If you're wondering why this guy has full netherite, it's because the server owner forgot about his creative mode and left the minute by accident. And it wasn't just him either, it was a bunch of other people. So I decided to hang around spawn with them and troll around a little bit. This would turn out to be a great mistake though.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I lost it. Yo! I like thinking about telling Oh!
I ended up getting most of my stuff back and a little bit of extra stuff too. And after dying to a fate stick, I decided that that was enough trolling for today and I'd go back to my base to grind out more gear. It would be a good idea since my helmet was also broken.
This pickaxe, bro? You got the...
Remember the plan I was talking about? Where I thought there would be a great finale, a huge fight at spawn. Well, the server owner had other plans and decided to clear everybody's inventory. Meaning that the only thing we had left now was the election for the next president of the server. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the true finale of this season.
Let's do it. Let's see what they got.
Alright, the error. You guys shut up.
3 reasons to vote me. Alright, bro. It's everybody so fast. It's a late thing, bro.
We're just gonna keep going, you know. I want to hopefully continue this like tradition, hoping for the future president. acute sense of rules.
Steph is saying how he would like make this whole thing better, right? But he's like a direct copy of Lazy. The only way he got here was because of Lazy. He's a Sigma SMP. What would you describe as the golden ages of Sigma SMP?
More players on the server, more people having fun on the server, more playtime on the server, you know, more events, like...
Real fast, wait, can I say something real quick?
Lazy, you're in the past, let Chef West talk.
In the end, with the help of my very own teammate, a player named Chef Wex was crowned as the new president of our server, which meant that the season was fully concluded. Forget about a peaceful ending, I wasn't satisfied. I was ready to put everything on the line for a grand finale, to show everyone what I'm capable of, but clearly I wasn't able to. This only fuels my motivation to terrorize my enemies in the upcoming season.